So on this Thursday in Project 70, we didn't get to see any new players, but we finally saw the final year missing from the set. And this is my card of the day for two simple reasons. And so while Blake Jamieson did win the Wednesday contest in my mind for favorite card, which card will be my favorite on Thursday? Welcome to episode number 49 of the Project 70 show. My name is Chris, otherwise I'm on Twitter and Instagram is at CRT_sportscards. And any number, any set I reference on this show, visit my website, crtsportscards.com, because that is where you want to find the most up-to-date information around Project 70. But what is the big news of the day? Simply put, Topps does on-demand pricing for the artist proofs. As you know, the artist proofs are out of 51. They have the silver frame on them, and for the longest time, they've all been $170. But today they released different pricing based on the player. For a low price of $125, you could have bought Mike Schmidt, or for $200, you could have bought Ronald Acuna. So now, is this a good thing or a bad thing for the set overall, now that these are priced based on the player and their potential demand on the secondary market? Look, it's very obvious Topps is keeping their finger on the pulse, because if these were always selling out, they would not drop the price, but they're probably tired of these not selling out every single day. But the biggest concern I have here is, if I was an artist in Project 70, I would not want to have my artist proofs be $125. I want to have one at $200 or $225, which means this could potentially stunt the growth of subjects in Project 70. But I also have to be very honest here and say, look, I've never been the biggest fan of these, even from Project 2020, because they're not actually artist proofs. They're just silver border parallel. So I think the naming of them is wrong, because they sort of elicit a reaction out of you in a way that the card is not. It's not an artist proof. It's just 20 or now 51 extra base cards with a silver border around them. But we'll see how it works out. Ultimately, we need these to sell out on day number 1 on the website, because it still shows interest is there in the set. But now, based on the cards that released today, I will say the attention is definitely going to be a positive for the set. We have Tyson Beck, we have Undefeated, Matt McCormick, and King Saladin all releasing a card. We have Undefeated releasing Bo Jackson. Undefeated doing their very best to copy Action Bronson, but this card is straight from the 1989 All-Star Game. Check out their Instagram post. But I will say this, if you're a fan of the Royals, or even if you're not a fan of the Royals, every single Royals card, this is now number 5, has been of Bo Jackson. So if you're not a baseball fan, you would think Bo Jackson is the single greatest Royal out there, and that he was a one-man team. We need more Royals in this set. But now, what we don't need any more of, but we are going to get a ton of as the set progresses, are New York Yankees. We have Matt McCormick releasing his Derek Jeter. This is the 4th time Derek Jeter's been in the set, but this is the first time since card number 106 from Pose. So over 200 cards since the captain was represented in Project 70. But this is the 69th Yankee card in the set, far and above the number 1 team. And the question right now is, will the Rockies get the first card before the Yankees hit 100? I know Tom Willis right now is banking all of his money on a Rockies card, but right now, the Yankees reign supreme at 69 cards so far. And so while there have been a ton of Yankees, if you forgot that Mike Schmidt had been in Project 70, you were not alone. This is now Schmidt's 2nd card, courtesy of King Saladin. We had not seen Mike Schmidt since about week number 2, week number 3. He was card number 28. He was FDOT's very, very first card. But this is the Phillies' 8th card, and this is 1959 Topps 8th card. So very, very even numbers all around. If you're a Schmidt fan, are you going with FDOT, or are you going with the King Saladin? And now, while my eyes are drawn to the background of that Mike Schmidt, it reminds me a lot of the Ted Williams by Fucci from Project 2020. My card of the day has to be Tyson Beck's Ronald Acuna, and it's for one simple reason. It's what it says on the card and the year the card used. It says it's over. This is obviously Acuna hitting a home run, game winning in the bottom of the 9th or in extra innings. but also Tyson Beck. He is the very, very first artist to use year 2000. So it's over. Every year has now been represented in Project 70. From here on out, we keep building on every year, and it's going to be curious which artist is going to be the next one to release a card from year 2000.